if you have ever been into any space I occupy, it is not OCD compliant, okay?
Well, thanks for your concern.
Welcome back to Thanks to Your Concern. You're here with Ella.
And I'm Bernice. Hi,
Hi, Bernice.
Ella.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm a little tie. Your girl's a little tired.
Festival season's in full swing, huh?
I say the same thing every year. This has happened to me for the past 3 years where I'm like, it's too much to do with a full-time job. Like I'm changing my situation. Like I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. And now we're back at it again. Except I feel when you work through motions, there's a breaking point. I think this is my breaking point. I refuse. I had one kind of old nighter recently to finish an outfit, and I was like, no more. It's
Yeah.
girl, I see what happens to people that don't sleep. They don't age nicely. And I just can't do that. There has to be a correlation. You see the presidents when they start their presidency and when they
Yeah.
end their presidency, and I think that's stress and lack of sleep. And I just can't have that happen to me. I'm just too cute for that.
I think it's also like age. Like you just cannot handle not sleeping. Like I think
No.
college has to happen when you're that young because pulling all nighters and all that shit. If I try to pull an all nighter now, no go.
No, I literally can't remember half of yesterday just because I didn't sleep. And that's how I know my brain is getting old. My brain is like, what are these games we're playing? We're too old for this. So, I had to just go through the motions a few more times for me to be like, all right, girl, what's our plan of action? Because we can't keep this up. So I have made some good I'm feeling good about the choices I will be making in the next month or so. So, we're just really gonna trust that everything's gonna work out at the end. And there's been cute little things that are aligning. Cute, cute little things.
Cute little moments.
Cute little moments. I've been thinking about leaps of faith, and yesterday I had a brunch lunch with some friends. And the thing is I've been in a bad habit of not taking lunch breaks because the people I work with don't take lunch breaks. I think that's awful. I never think you should eat at your desk and work through lunch. I think you should have a clear lunch break. But obviously because everybody does it, you just get into the habit of doing that. And yesterday one of my friends was like, "We'll come have lunch with you." And I was like, unknown concept. So I did it, and he gave me a hoodie. Tony.
Yeah.
Yet. He was
Friend of the
like,
pod.
friend of the pod. He was like, "Oh, this reminded me of you. I think you would like this." And it was a hoodie set that said literally everything's gonna work out. and I was like, that reminded you of me? Okay, Slay, everything is gonna work out.
I believe everything's gonna work out for you, dude.
Thank you.
I've been thinking a lot about maybe this is the best thing that I've been thinking about, but you know how you said last week that when your mom doesn't feel well, she's like, "What am I doing wrong?" I've
Yeah.
been thinking about it, and it's really crazy because this week I feel like I was like, "Yeah, okay, so I'm not sleeping, not
Yeah.
sleeping, not eating, not working out on my
Yeah.
regular schedule, and that's why I'm so fucking stressed and too blessed to be stressed. I really do not have enough problems for
Yeah. This level of
for
anxiety and
yeah, I mean I do, but I don't. It's just it's if you want to focus on everything that's about to hit the fan within my life, sure, yeah, I have some shit to stress about. But I could also not focus on that. If that makes sense. I have a lot of positive things I could focus on, but the negative is taking up a lot of noise, and it's kind of
Yes.
hard to I guess balance that, right? Is let me focus on the positive, and but I think this is a part of my two-part problem which is like one, I'm not taking care of myself, which makes the negativity that much louder. So
100%. 100. And the brain function. Like, my brain just doesn't
yeah.
work like it used to. And I'm like, well, why? And I'm like, well, maybe because you live in a city where people are doing something all the time. You talk to people throughout the day. You don't have like a second to yourself. Like, I don't think it's crazy for me to feel like my brain is just feeling like a little different based on like how much I'm doing a day. It needs a break. It needs a break. So, it'd be like that. But how are you other than you need sleep?
You know what? And I've been sleeping, okay? Because here's the thing is that I really do like starting my morning off with a workout. It really just sets me up.
Yes.
And to be honest, like today is a really great example where it's like today's a rest day, all good, but like if I don't do it in the morning, like just shit happens where it makes it really hard for me to do it like post work, just shit comes. But I've been letting myself sleep instead of working out in the morning, so I've been like thankful that I'm doing that. But last week you also said that hair trauma. If you're watching this on YouTube, I cut off like 6 inches of my hair. Or a
It
stylist did.
looks
I didn't.
amazing.
Isn't it like I don't know, like it feels like more high fashion. I feel like long hair is like cute and a vibe, but I feel like short hair is another type of vibe. And I've
It's
been
bold.
yeah. I didn't want to shave my head. I thought about it. I really did. But I didn't want to cry. So I said, let's do no, because shaving, going from like 30 inches of hair to 0 inches of hair, I think that would have been traumatic. I think it would have worked out, but it would have been like some character development that I don't feel like going on right now. So we're just gonna cut off 6 inches. Good start.
I love it. Like, I think your hair is adorable. Like, I look at it and I'm just like, damn, had my parents just not been different. I do love your hair a lot. I'm kind of in the same boat. Not with the full shaving, but I am like, I have an appointment to go like platinum blonde and then maybe do like some fun colors. And I was like, well, the worst thing that could happen is that she burns my hair off. Like, but it's already so short that I'm like, if it comes like worst case scenario, I have like a pixie cut or like I shave it. And wouldn't that be the worst thing in the world? Or would that just like be the era where like I have to shave my head? So we're just gonna do it and we're gonna see the vibe.
I think
But
it's gonna be a vibe.
yeah, we'll see what happens. Like,
Yeah.
new era.
New era uploading.
Exactly. That's clockwork.
Okay, you guys, we have a really fun episode coming up.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about the devil couldn't reach me, so that trend, and then also rebuking the devil. It's just a fun hee hee ha ha's. So are we ready for it?
Yes.
Okay, we all know, or if you don't know, there's like a little bit of a TikTok trend of being like, the devil couldn't reach me, so, and then someone posts like, I guess something that's like hell on earth, it's like the devil getting to them in a way here on earth, before our departure. Do you want to start or shall I?
Oh, you can go first.
I feel like the devil couldn't reach me, so he gave me like boomer parents. My boomer parents, bro, it is like I literally like I can't explain it to people who don't have boomer parents, but even my parents are very very progressive, but like when it comes to technology, not tech savvy. I have like a whole boomer generation that I'm dealing with in my family, and one of them was showing me like they're like, "Oh, look at these memes. Look at this AI stuff. I love AI." And I'm thinking, "What the fuck are you seeing?" They're like, "Facebook is showing me the funniest stuff, the funniest AI collections." And I'm like, "What are they showing you? Do you want just you guys will never guess the fucking image that they showed me that they thought was so fucking funny.
What's
It
it?
was Donald Trump licking Elon Musk's
That one.
that one. And I'm like, oh my God. They're like, this is so funny. We love AI art. And I'm like, here's the thing though, but like you can tell that's AI because it's ridiculous. But I'm more concerned about when you guys can't tell it's AI.
Yeah. And I'm also on the side of TikTok where like they think everything's AI. So I'm like, well, then, what's real, what's not.
Honestly, I I err on the side of caution now because I had an AI video kind of get me. It was a video of like a camel inside of a mall,
Oh, okay.
and I
Well,
was like,
some of them are very realistic.
I
Okay.
I thought it looked realistic, and then my boyfriend was like, "Why would there be a camel flying in a hot air balloon inside of a mall?" And I was like, "I don't know, like." I've seen crazier things. Crazier stuff's happened. That used to be my motto.
I mean, yeah, kind of like trickling back to the boomer parents though. I think every kid says that. Like, I feel like the generation when we're like in our 50s, they are like young. They're going to say the same thing about our generation.
I don't know, but some people's parents are closer in age to them. And so my parents had me when they
Mm.
were 35 and 45. So having a dad that was 45 when you're a baby, that means like once I was having conscious conversations with him, I was like 6 having a conversation with a 50-year-old man. And I just remember when I went to college and like post college, my parents were like, "Oh, have you gone to Microsoft and turned in your resume?" And it's like, "Well, no, you don't just like walk into Microsoft and hand your resume. Like, you can't even do that." They're like, "No, no, like basically like they were shaming me for not going door to door trying to look for jobs." I was like, "No, you can't go door to door."
I mean, you can. I technically you could. I not all of them, but like there is an grounds movement operation that sometimes you can do. Like I with certain things, like I've done that, and you get opportunities, and sometimes like I've been in. This was like a restaurant job that I just walked in, and I was like, I heard they give good tips here. Like here's my resume, and the manager for like another like like restaurant company was like sitting in the waiting room waiting to like get dinner or something, and he was like, send me your resume, like you can literally start tomorrow. I was like,
Bing bang boom.
sometimes that is the vibe. There are certain jobs that like maybe are like remote and stuff where you can't do that, but like I feel that that new wave is like reaching out to people on LinkedIn, like harassing people
Yeah,
on
I
LinkedIn.
agree.
Yeah.
That is the new
Hi.
wave.
Would love to connect.
Which, I know people are like trying to connect with me and I'm like, I feel like get out. Like, oh,
And,
no.
I'm the wrong person. Don't do it.
Have you
Don't
tried
do
to
it.
have you tried to like feed pics? Do that before this. No, just joking.
You want my job?
Yeah.
Offer me some money. You can have my job. I'm just kidding. I love my
Me
job.
too.
For me, I would say the devil couldn't reach me, so he gave me the personality of a socialite without the nepotism. The thing is,
Why is that on my list?
I just feel like I'd be so good at being like a nepo baby, like
Dude.
stellar. Like, they'd be like, I got the personality of their parent, like a go getter, like wants to fund all these things, wants to throw all these parties, wants to take their friend on a little trip. Like, I like to do all those things.
I feel like no, like literally I put on my list like expensive taste, broke
Was not
girl
born into
budget.
money.
Yeah, I was not born into money. I truly believe like maybe that's why I don't have any respect for Elon Musk, but I never have because I just felt like, if I were born into like gem mine wealth, I could also make $1 billion. I'm telling you. Like I could
Yeah.
literally be a trillionaire if I was born into wealth. I swear. Cuz I just feel like I have that drive and I just have expensive taste. Like I'll go into a department store and I will want the most expensive thing. Like I genuinely love a Birkin 40. Like I want a fat Birkin with like chains off of it and stuff. I would never spend that on a bag, but like that truly in my heart of hearts, I feel like is the best bag for me.
Yeah.
It also just happens to be $25,000. And I
So
want to say that's literally not an accident. Like the devil gave me that gene.
I'm with you. I am fully with you. I don't know. Like today we were even talking about just like people always like to ask me like, where do you shop? And I'm like, not a lot of places, sister, because everything right now is like such bad quality, regardless of where you're ordering it from.
Hmm.
It comes from a factory overseas. And like, even if there's like a brand name attached to it, they're making it in the same factories as you're getting all your generic shit, okay? Like, they just buy the label, like, they buy the brand name. So for me, it's like, unless I'm seeing it and I've been eyeing it, and it's like a really, it's something that looks quality, like, I just don't want it. I don't want her at all.
Okay, so I've been thinking about this and like, so I have my favorite sweatshirt that I own is a Champion sweatshirt that was legitimately my dad's from the 60s. It's like my dad's sweater from the 60s. It's still in great fucking condition. It looks better than any sweatshirt I've ever bought. And like the fact that you can't get your hands on that pisses me off. And I don't know, but like that's really like I think that's another reason. Like the devil couldn't reach me, so he took away quality goods once I could start affording them. You know,
No,
it's
for
like
real.
once I
Yeah.
get out of the Walmart
Yeah.
like tax bracket, all of the things that I can afford in my tax bracket are like fucking fast fashion quality, no matter how
Yeah.
much you pay for them. It pisses me off.
Yeah.
Really grinds my gears.
Exactly. Yeah, that does really grind my gears as well. Um, the devil couldn't reach me, so this one is a little dark, but like it real. Gave me the ability to be like a high functioning like alcoholic slash like depression. Okay. This was very known and seen in college where like I could go out every single day, even like this past summer, I think I still like at 27 years old, I was kicking and screaming every day, going out, staying up late, and like still getting to work on time, still like, being chipper, still blah 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 blah. But like on the downside, like I was extremely depressed. Yeah. Like I was running from my feelings like no other. But from the outside, that can't see it.
I feel that. It's like just really bogged down with mental illness. So, the devil couldn't reach me, so he just bogged me down with mental illness.
Yeah. And I think sometimes when you're like high functioning, other people don't see it cuz like I have friends and I've lived with people with like mental illnesses, and their depression episodes are like they just don't move for like 4 days, and obviously like you can tell something.
Yeah.
But like I'm doing yoga. We're hitting the Ella and I used to wake up at like 6 a.m., go to the gym, do all our classes, still hit like 5, 6 fraternities, go to the bar, get up and do it the next day. And like obviously we were on well, but like people couldn't tell.
I definitely can relate to that. I think sometimes my parents were like, "Oh, you were like never the kid we had to worry about," or like
We're
my
like, then
family
maybe
would say
shut
that,
up.
and I was like, "Maybe you
Yeah,
should have." And it's
yeah,
just like because it's like depending on what your family standards were, it was like, "Oh, well, she gets good grades, so she must be fine." But
yeah,
I don't think they saw like the inner turmoil that was involved in getting those grades. Like it was not an easy trek, and like still to this day, like I guess it's like a blessing and a curse to be like so high functioning because the only person that doesn't know you're not doing well is like you, and
yeah,
then people that you're super intimate with, and that can be kind of like a curse, I guess.
yeah.
Because coworkers would be like, oh, like, because I don't even open up to coworkers, so they would never know. But I feel like coworkers really never know?
But truly, I think I've only expressed that after the fact when like I think I was like really unhappy at work and just in life in general, and then like some things got better in my life, and I was like I feel better now, and I'm like, and my boss was like, oh my god, I just thought you like hated me and like hated this job, and I was like, no, like I was just going through something.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with you.
That's why I try to give people grace sometimes and try not to take things personal because you never know, like, the fucking
Yeah,
demon someone's battling. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
The devil couldn't reach me, so he didn't give me the ability to sing. I'm
Oh.
telling you, if I had the voice of Beyonce, I would be the most insufferable person on the entire planet. And so, like, the devil had to humble me in some way, and it was he did not give me like the voice of Ariel.
I semi on that train. I think like the devil couldn't reach me, so he didn't give me the funds for vocal lessons. Okay, because I mean, your vocal cords are an instrument.
Yeah.
And I think this one goes a little bit into like the devil couldn't reach me, so he gave me like passion but not talent, or like vice versa. You know, like he gave me the talent but not passion. And I truly feel like that it gave me the talent without passion is like the worst one, because anything you can learn. Like you
Yeah.
don't sometimes yes, you are born with like natural talent for something, but even when you do that, like over time, the more you practice, you get better at something and it just comes more naturally because of how much you repeat it. So you never know, Ella. Maybe it's your time to hit up some vocal lessons if you got some
Girl.
a little money on the side.
I have
Maybe
been.
you
I'm gonna be
can
so
sing.
real. I have really thought about it recently because I took vocal lessons from 6th grade to like 8th grade. Didn't make a lot of. I truly have tried. I sang. I mean, you guys, I really tried at singing, but I might try again and maybe go a different direction. Like maybe some like Charlie XCX club bangers. Like maybe my voice would be good on a club banger. You know, just a little different
Just a
direction.
little auto tune.
Yeah. Hey man. A
T
little auto
Pain,
tune.
there's people that have. I mean, T Pain's a great singer without auto tune, but like all I'm saying is like a little auto tune never hurt no one.
Well, especially because this is what the thing people don't understand is people auto tune live.
Yeah,
Like who we don't even know who's really that creative a singer and who's not. Like there's people who's like Ariana Grande who's like got the vocals for days, 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 and days. But I know there's some people who maybe are not the best singers, but have made the personality. So yeah, don't. I'm not giving up on myself completely. So maybe I will become a pop star one day. I think I'd be really great as a pop icon, quite frankly. I was always given the passion and not the talent. There's been very few things that I felt good at. I think being funny is probably the only thing that I feel like I was like naturally good at.
I think you have talent. You can also dance. You can also choreograph. You have lots of talents.
I know, but those aren't natural. Like, you know, like dancing was clunky until I practiced. Like I feel like I was given more passion. Like, you know, like I don't think I naturally have I don't know, I maybe but even like you and I have had conversations because, you know, I feel like you're like a gifted artist, but you've put so many hours into it.
I really have.
But that's how I feel about like dance is that like I've been taking dance since I was 4. That's a really long time to be dancing. So of course you have a little bit of rhythm when you've been taking dance classes twice a week for 18 years.
Yeah. Maybe I don't know if it's talent, but it's just like a little bit of an ease. Like I have the a little bit of an ability to pick up some things. Like I can't do that with dance. I'm not that coordinated, you
Yeah.
know. But I mean, I think that's what people are born with. Just like their brains, just like get something and they can like build it a little easier. Than some other people, but it doesn't mean you can't get there.
I would say my talents I don't even give a fuck about. Like you want to be like, "Oh,
Mm.
I'm pretty good at coding for how much I've tried, you know, like my ability level is pretty deep, like pretty fucking solid honestly for the amount of work I've put in there. But like who gives a fuck? I don't.
Hmm.
I would
That's
prefer to
true.
be I would prefer to be naturally ease of singing. I want to be a star, Berenice. What don't you get?
You know, I get it. I get it. We're gonna get there. Let me know how I can support you in sure. I believe you can do anything. Actually, this is part of the reason Ella and I became such good friends because we were the same level of delusional in college. Okay, like I hopped on that train so
Oh my
quick.
gosh. Okay, so talking about delusion, have you seen this guy who's like, my first day is from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. My second day is from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Then my third day is from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. That's 3 days in one day. That's 21 days a week. Have you heard that guy?
No.
Okay, it's like people are like roasting him because that's ridiculous, but like part of me is like that is a level of delusion I feel like people should like live in. Like you should just live in a place where you have 3 days in one if that is what you need, you know? I love a
Yeah.
good delusion.
I love a good delusion. I think if you commit to any bit, you can be it. Truly. And if anyone's going to tell you you can do anything you dream of, it's going to be Ella and me.
I truly believe it's because, like, everything sounds impossible until it's done, right? I feel like
Yeah.
you have very limited things. Like, the thing that I joke about between me and my cousin, because my cousin's the same way too, where it's like, you can be whatever you want to be. The thing that me and him joke about is that, like, I have, like, aged out of being a chess child prodigy. Like, that one's probably not gonna happen.
A chess child. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I fucking read Queen's Gambit, and I tried to get into chess. For what? Because you can't be a chess prodigy when you're 29 years old. And then
Yeah.
the other thing is, like, I think I'm aging out of being a Disney Channel star, and
Thank
that one
God.
hurts. I really thought I'd get there, because, like, like High School Musical, some of them were in their, like, fucking late 20s, early 30s. So I'm still looking for a Disney Scout. So if anyone knows anybody, I'd love to be. I'm fucking around. I think I put too much content on here to be a Disney Channel star. But besides those things, where it's just like you can't be a child star anymore, but alter the goal, you could still be a star.
I think you have more profitable avenues with other channels. So, like other media outlets. Don't dream that small anymore.
Yeah, like that was a good dream when I was 11.
Yeah. This one, I think anyone can relate. The devil couldn't reach me, so he sent me a boyfriend or partner with no urgency. I am just
Mhm.
like not a patient person. And like, I know that sentence is like, maybe this is like your chance to learn patience. Like, I don't want to.
The no urgency. Yeah. I wrote down, like, the devil sent me a boyfriend who has OCD, and it's like a double edged sword. It's a blessing and a curse. The curse is, if you have ever been into any space I occupy, it is not OCD compliant, okay?
You know what I've been told? This man goes, yeah, your room sometimes reminds me of what your brain probably like looks like. And I'm like, that's not a compliment, and I know that's rude.
I mean, maybe a little bit of truth to that. I don't think it's a dig, but, like, yeah, no, like, I'm kind of all over the place. Like, for me, my space reflects my lifestyle, and, like, I'm someone who is unmedicated, right? So it's like, um, shit gets left out. Okay, like, that's one of the most common, like, I'm, like, not even joking, but I will say, like, everything, the devil couldn't reach you, but maybe you can spin that bitch and reframe it, because the boyfriend having OCD, you think that one's really annoying, but then I cannot relate to these people who, like, partners do no domestic labor. Like, this man's times 10x on domestic labor, like, he cleans shit that I wouldn't even think about to clean. Say
Thank
it how
God
you
for
want. The
that.
devil might have given you a little bit of a gift. It's a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Maybe I will learn patience or a different way of life. I mean, I will say something very interesting that came up as a theme on Temptation Island, which I had never watched before.
Oh,
Okay.
that was one of my favorites. So don't do any spoilers, because I'm waiting for this latest season. I'm so excited.
But there was like a theme in there that was kind of like, I think that I've been navigating from a place of like wanting stability because I've been like on survival mode where I feel like everything I need to do has to be like profitable and like this certain lifestyle. And that's like kind of what I'm looking for because I've never had it before. And something about that kind of resonated with me because I think I have changed my mentality on like what type of success I want and all those things out of like wanting to be more like financially secure. Where I'm like, am I putting that onto others? And how is that like a reflection of like of myself and like my own well being, mental and emotional and spiritual? You know what I mean? So things to think about.
Things to think about.
Things to think about.
I used to think stability was overrated, but I actually cherish it now.
Yeah. That's I like that. And I think sometimes I have to think about like what stability like really looks like for me and where am I sometimes like not providing that for myself? Like why like am I judging other people based on something I'm projecting about myself? So I think
Mhm.
like often people do that. So it's like if I'm asking for something, am I a reflection of that already, or is it something I'm projecting onto somebody else?
I think that's a good thing to ask in general, right? It's not like when you say that, "Oh, it's gone now, never mind."
It's left the building.
Just looked away.
Along those themes, okay, this one also gets a little more serious, because the trend is kind of like you can go light or you can go like darker. So I said like the devil couldn't reach me, so he sent me an inconsistent parent growing up that will lead me to have attachment issues and repeat toxic behavioral cycles in relationships. And that's just the tea, okay? But
Oh,
you,
baby.
yeah, but you can unlearn those. Like you can learn a lot about yourself and like try to work through those. You're not like doomed for life. At
I
least there's that.
I thought I was doomed for life for a lot of stuff. Yeah, like the devil couldn't reach me, so he tried to like kill my spirit, you know? Like sometimes I just feel like there's just moments in my life where I was like, "Oh my god, like I can't believe like the worst thing happened." You know, it's like, "Okay, we're at rock bottom. There's no way that I can go any
Mhm.
lower." And then something happens and you're like, "Oh,
There was
okay,
flour.
legit." Like, oh, I didn't even consider that a possibility. Like, I didn't think that
Yeah.
when my life was in complete shambles, I was gonna like, have my car break down and then it costs $2,000 to fix. I don't have $2,000, so I just had to like, give my car away. You know. Anyways, when shit like that happens, and it's like, well, at least when you get on the other side, you've overcome like more than you thought you ever would, right?
Yeah. And I think that's why I've just like changed my whole mentality from like God's strongest soldier to like God's favorite, because like I am not welcoming any more distress into my life. I want like pleasant things only. And I think there's like another saying with that trend that is like the devil couldn't reach me, so period. He couldn't reach me because for him to be able to reach me, I have to let him in. Like, no bad shit is occurring to me. And I'm like, word, sister.
Word to rebuking the devil.
Word
I'm
to
big on devil rebuction because, I feel like sometimes there's something inside of you that you want to let the devil in, you know what I'm
It's
saying?
the
And
parasites, the
it's the
voices.
yeah, the
Yeah.
voices in your head and like I have seen myself like I don't know what it is, but there's just like we're going through a weird era on social media right now that is reminding me of unhealthy Tumblr.
Hmm.
And what's interesting is like diet culture is so embedded into society. We have like normalized such unhealthy patterns. And like I'm like, why is TikTok showing me this? And it's like, well, I rebuke it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I am with you. I think talking about women's bodies in general, I feel like is back right now with like Ariana Grande and like just a lot of like judgment on the way that people are looking. And I am no one to make a judgment about anybody. And I think if we're gonna go one way, we're gonna go another. Like I don't like when people talk about your body size whatsoever. I think that's like kind of where the issues start. So like and people are not like perfect. Like first you're saying they gain weight, they gain too much weight. Then if they're too small, like I had this at my job where like a topic of conversation and it was repeated several times, like she needs to eat a burger. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like talk about yourself, talk about your life, talk about anything else that like is going on with you other than like putting your judgment and how a girl that may be struggling or not like looks like based on your judgment. You know what I mean? Like like just don't comment on it.
Yes.
Like it's free not to. It's literally free not to comment on somebody's body.
Yes, and I also think that I feel like the biggest argument for talking about certain people's bodies is like, well, we should raise awareness that this isn't normal. And I was like, well, you can do that without without putting photos of one fucking person and talking about them specifically. Bodies shouldn't be idealized because you have no idea what's going on behind closed doors, and it goes both ways. Where, for instance, like I was not fully aware of how I guess like I don't want to know if normalized, but I didn't know how prominent like performance enhancing drugs were in certain spaces because I thought like, oh, that's for men. Like I didn't know that women also use those. So it's like it doesn't matter what your body shape is, like we can talk about how like some things might be unrealistic and like we don't know the full story. So even if someone's telling like their full truth, we don't really even know. And you could talk about that
Yeah.
without attacking a single person.
I agree. And also there's been like I like fluctuating weight a lot and I don't know if anyone else has been through like a bad breakup. Sometimes you don't eat for like 10 days. Okay? Just because you can't do it. Your body doesn't want it.
Yeah.
And it's just you're like your stress levels are so high that your body just doesn't want to do food. And like I lost 10 pounds in literally like 2 weeks. And people would tell me all the time, like, oh my God, you look amazing. And I'm like, thank you. I'm literally struggling mentally. Like, I'm not well. So you just like never know.
Well,
You know?
that's like why I feel like the idea of like body neutrality of like my body is just a body no matter like what it looks like, because it is really dangerous to give people compliments when you don't know what's going on, because I've had friends who have dealt with, EDs, and like I don't know how to explain this, but like of course like your friend more intimately, so you kind of know that something's going on. But then you see outside people like complimenting them on their body, and you're like, oh, God damn it. Like, is it like this is gonna fuel the fire, like, of some unhealthy choices. Just so many ways to compliment people that isn't around their body size. And it's also kind of sad that you didn't compliment that person when they were 10 pounds like heavier, you know?
Yeah. It's definitely interesting. I feel like some people really let the the devil in when they do backhanded compliments. There's just so many of those, okay? I've heard this is regarding weight and other issues, but specifically like the weight loss one. I've had some friends that like lost a lot of weight and a girl in front of us was like, "Oh my God, you look great. You lost so much weight. Was it healthy?" Bro, shut up.
Like, what the fuck?
I don't know you. What do you think I'm about to tell you right now if there's something going
Yeah, like fucking Wendy Williams. Oh, you cheated. Oh, okay. Like, damn, bitch.
on? No, for real. Sometimes you gotta keep your comments to yourself, you know? Be wise. Think
Yeah,
before you speak.
because you never know.
Yeah, no, for real. The revoke the devil, I think sometimes the devil does reach me, and it's like, as I said, I love a little hangout, and I love a little brunch, I love a little party, I just love to see my friends. So I'm just like, right now, trying to really revoke the fact that like summer is coming back, and I'm like, I can't have last year's summer. Like, I just can't be out like that, you know? Not necessarily other than the fact that like when I start going out so much and spending time with other people, I just really forget to take care of myself.
Where are the hours to do that? Do you know? We only have so many hours in the day.
There are so many hours in the
Something's
day,
got to
so
give.
yeah, yeah. So this year the devil just won't reach me at all.
You're gonna be inside.
Yeah. Close doors. Okay, I've saged this apartment. I spread good vibes all over it. Like, this is safe space.
I love that. I sometimes feel like the devil has reached my exes because they reach out to me, and I'm like, no, that must be the devil. That can't be you.
No,
If I
I agree. And the thing is, I know when I have fully revoked the devil and it's no longer inside me, when I don't have any inkling of like effort, interest to like respond to these people, I'm like, this has been left in the past. I've grown from this situation. And I think you know why you're not getting a response. So I don't need to explain myself. You know? You're
yeah.
sorry. Thanks for the apology. I have no further questions, Your Honor. I agree.
No further question. Can court be adjourned? I want out.
I'm good. Case closed. Let's go.
Yeah, so if you're feeling like, it's if the weather makes you feel like you want to text your ex, that might be the devil. So be careful.
Go text one of your homies, okay? I honestly, every single time I hear like a friend do something toxic, and I've said this before, I'm like, you're bored. Where are your hobbies? Like, what's going on? Like, why are you acting like this? Because I swear to God, there's like a little more drive, more passion, more interesting things going on in your life than like reaching out to this man right now.
Yeah. Busy
Yeah.
people stay in their own lane.
Yeah. Let's go get a iced coffee and build you a business plan.
Oh, girl. My little iced coffee. I mean, it's iced coffee season, girl.
Thank God. It's my
Oh my
favorite
God.
type of weather.
Literally, like, iced coffee it's the gateway to heaven. I love my little iced coffee.
Yeah, it hits in any season, but something about like a summertime iced coffee, just like it hits really different.
That's like my happy place, is like on a walk with a little jingle jingle iced coffee in the cup.
So, this summer maybe the only things that will be reaching us is iced coffee, good vibes, and like God's favorite energy. All right.
Woo! God's favorite energy.
I spot
TM.
nowadays. Yeah, I'm straight from here. God's favorite energy. We're gonna do t-shirts straight from the manufacturers from your favorite stores. I'm kidding. Tariffs are crazy. We can't afford that.
Oh, let's not even talk about tariffs. Oh, God.
Yeah. The devil couldn't reach us, so he sent us his president.
Oh. The biggest one. There's not gonna be champagne summer, girlies. Get your champagne drinking in now, because it's gonna be gone.
All your favorite things gone.
Avocados gone. Champagne gone.
I know.
Foreign made vehicles.
Yeah. The people at my favorite bodega have really been up in a storm about this. I think they know I'm also Mexican, so that's why they bring it up every time I go in there. They're like, "I just gotta be ridiculous. Like an avocado is gonna be like $8, and forget about your watermelon." And I was like, I just wanted a little snack.
Hey, man, at least you have the community, bro.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, you guys, thank you so much for listening this week. This is going to be a hot Thanks for Your Concern summer. So if you want other of your friends to join in, make sure you rate this, review this, and send it to a friend. It would really help us out a lot. You can find us on social media at Thanks Number 4 Your Concern, and I'm at Ella L. Tudor.
I'm at Bernice Diaz.
Love you. Bye.